So tell us about the work which you're doing in India.
I have started with a vision to establish the first and the foremost purely boarding, exclusively boarding school in the city of Guwahati to cater to the students and parents who are residing in far-flung areas which are away from the good centers of learning, and by providing quality education and providing a curriculum which is affiliated to the Central Board of Secondary Education, New Delhi.
When we talk about school education, there is a lot of challenges which are there in the education system. Do you find any of those challenges when at the starting of your establishment of the school?
When I started the institution, the first challenge was to actually build a mental picture, and the building of the dream in my mind was the most important task. Then came the process of working and making into a reality. After my education, going back to my own state, education in Delhi University, I thought that there was a need of such kind of a exclusive boarding school, and I visualized that it can happen only when we have a complete mission to accomplish. But being in the Northeast, it was actually not easy, and any good task is difficult. So to start with a humble beginning and coming from a middle class family with no financial resources, no lands, and no experience, no educational training, it was not an easy task to have social acceptance. Then also it was not an easy task to convince the educational departments to get all those permissions and other regulations. And I must say that it was only through the spirit of dedication and caring, very good caring of the students, that I could very immediately get the support, the consistent support from the parents, and which enabled me over the years to go ahead and get the own plot of land of 38 acres and establish the exclusive boarding school with all infrastructure facilities.
And how is a boarding school different from a day school? When we talk about boarding school, we see that a lot of people say that there is a lot of social disconnect in the student. They are mostly within the vicinity of the school. There is not so much social engagements. So when that particular student comes out of the school in the society, it's very difficult for him or her to adjust.
I do not agree with this view, because if we look at the good schools around the world and the good schools in the country also, the top schools are still the boarding schools. And it was in the past ancient Gurukul system where someone has to sacrifice and reside with the Guru, away from the normal day-to-day affairs, away from the family. Education is about sacrifice. And if they are in an environment where 24/7 they are from morning to evening with their modern teachers, this is can be a great place for learning. And I do not feel that they remain disconnected. In fact, they are more connected, because from their childhood they learn to stay with different students coming from different communities, different families, different cultures, and they learn the very assets of developing how to stay socially. And they also, secondly, is that they staying with the peer group, there's a peer learning, and there's a sense of competition. And the boarding school, you see that generally the number of students are very less. So in a class there are not more than 20 to 25 students. So individualized instructions are possible, and for the all-round development of the child. For example, take the example of games and sports. In a day school, what happens that only 45 minutes in a period is allotted for sports. Otherwise, the entire responsibility the parents have to take by their own to take any kind of a specialized clubs. But here in a boarding school, afternoon, all the students are all together with different games and other facilities. And so also about the development of values in these formative years, because in a campus when they are together, this value system, the morals, the spiritual education, which is lacking in this today's fast competitive academic based kind of a environment for students, they can get degrees, but to make also with the degrees for job they have to get become a better personality and who has self-control.
And what are your expansion plans?
So Imagine Boston has grown, and I'm happy to say that we now have around 600 boarders. We are among the biggest boarding schools in the country, and we are the largest boarding school in the northeastern region, covering 7 states in the public school pattern. Now, this was my first project to have a exclusive boarding school and cater to the needs of the parents who are in the interior places away from good centers of learning. And the next is that in Northeast we do not have, with this kind of a globalization of education also, we talk about global opportunities. As of yet we do not have a school, true international school with global kind of a curriculum like International Baccalaureate or IGCSE. So we have a next project to have a global school with international curriculum and also cater to the needs of not only students of the northeastern region but also students of the neighboring states of Southeast Asia.
And how has been your experience so far with the summit?
Summit has been very encouraging. In fact, at the outset, like I am very much grateful that this e-education summit has invited me to be one of the panelists in the morning session where we discussed threadbare about the education, the qualities for leaders for tomorrow, and the aspect like few were really innovative ideas that I have exchanged, especially about discipline, about self-discipline, and about importance of spiritualism in education.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having word with you.